Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Yesterday doesn't matter, it only serves as a ladder. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed, so make your plans accordingly. Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Grand Rising, today is a new day to start again. It is 3/10/2025. Calling in my soul tribe. 3/10/2025. I'm to cue cards. To be honest, I ran out of. You shouldn't say to be honest, in sales especially, because when you say to be honest, the first implication really is, have you not been honest up to this point? So don't say it. Focus on the positive is what I've been trying to work on and how far I've come. It really is remarkable. I feel very blessed. If God has had his hands on my life. Many, many moments. I am a magi. I am a modern magi. I do feel like recently though, I love impactful moments with strangers. I like those too. But the timing, it must be divine. That's why I love the way, is if you're following the way, it seems that I've found, maybe I see the moments better, or they just happen because you're along the right path. You're where you're supposed to be. I think when you follow it, it leads to magic. I did buy some paint. I was going to do oil paint because that sounded cool to me, but it's taken a long time for me to buy it. And I don't need things that are complicated right now. I might do oil paint later, but I do want to get into painting a little bit for some reason. I feel called to do that. So I went with acrylic because I was at Goodwill and I was going through and I found some paint that was really cheap. And then I realized that it's just as cheap at the Dollar Tree. But so I bought some paint there, and then I went and bought basically a little bit more paint for the same price at the Dollar General, and got some canvas there because that's somebody advised. I did get some good advice from a lady that told me that that's what she would do if she was going to start, and so that's what I did, and I have it all, and I'm ready to go with it. And it wasn't very expensive, and so I am going to try to work on that. I have the next 2 days off, and I've actually been very productive already. What I've been doing recently, I haven't had this schedule very long, and I probably shouldn't give my whereabouts too much, but we'll just say that I've had a good time so far, and I get a little bit of a stretch of time between Sunday and Wednesday, and that's when I work again. So it's a pretty nice work schedule. So I kind of treat each week 1 week at a time is really how I adjust my life. And I take these mornings before my days off to recap. And I feel like it's a significant time for me to really establish after I've made my trip. And I wanted to go through my gains. So people that watch this. Obviously, the biggest thing I've done over this last 8-month stretch, which has been a very volatile stretch in my life, but it hadn't been really all that volatile because it's just the way it's been. But I have picked up my girl Bodhi, who is my cat. People that have watched these videos, I feel like she has been my best thing that I've gained, and she is my guide, and she has really helped me. I really encourage people, if you have the withal or where you have this security to be able to take care of an animal, if you are lonely, be really careful about. I mean, I just got really lucky too. So there's some horror stories of people getting animals that don't work well in their life. But if you have the opportunity to get one that does, it's a special thing. I've had some pets in my life. I've had some pets, but Bodhi has been really special for me. So that's been huge. Um, I got a new fern, so I'm going to try to do some, and I want to get a couple more plants. I saw every once in a while I get on Facebook, or I'm one of, that's the only one I really look at, and I scroll through and I'll see some things. And there was one thing that I thought was funny where they'll have these resonating memes. One thing it does is it has some things that for particular generations, but um, there was something about after your children leave, what's the first thing you do? You get a support pet, and then what do I do now? And it's a plant. That's what you're on to now, and then it's probably bird watching. And getting paint and make. I'm a cliche. Look at my hat. I mean, look at me. I'm not trying to do this. This is just what happened. I don't know why. But I am going to paint, and I get karaoke this week. So to do an assessment, I don't really want to get too personal, but my job, I've secured a job for. I think there were people saying that I couldn't secure a job even though I just got out of a job working for. I don't want to talk about what narratives are, but I am capable of maintaining a job, kind of. I'm trying hard, anyways, as much as anybody does. How secure is anybody in their job these days? So I've had that, and I think that I can. I think I've proven that I could at least secure employment again, um, and I'm at least productive enough to be worthwhile to be in an organization, and I do have the abilities to bring positives to something. So that's been I mean, I've had to deal with a lot of difficulties in that, but I've gained a car, my Silver Fox. It's been a great investment for me. So that has really helped. And where am I at? Let's see. So I've got job, car, kind of have a place that I'm living in, but I have the means of being able to secure like a full. I'd like to get that shored up a little better. Obviously, I'd like to get into a position where I can um, be able to be more flexible and have the ability to be near my children as much as I can, but I have to take that into account with what's going on as well in my life. And I think that I am very healthy, so I have a lot of time ahead of me. So I'm going to focus on that. I've been doing yoga. I'm pretty excited about doing that moving forward. I forgot how much gain it was. And I truly do think this is true. When I first got into yoga, I realized how much power was involved with yoga. And I got a little bit like, I don't think I'm ready for that yet. I'm not. So I tried to go in different routes of learning, still trying to do well with my body. But now that I am getting into it and I'm really paying attention to my hands and my feet and the energy that's created, I'm pretty excited. So that also now listen, everyone that's watching, Davy Clark is going to play a little golf, just a little bit. I'm going to take it slow. I've had some problems. I did want to try to do this a while back because I got in pretty good shape, but I had some hip flexor problems. That's kind of why I got into yoga. And then when I rebounded again to finally get into a position where I might be able to play a little golf, I had a rotator cuff where I couldn't even move my arm. And I didn't even know that I'd ever be able to play golf again, honestly. But I have really worked on that, and I haven't done I've done a little bit, but I think my body's ready. So I should go hit golf balls, but I don't really want to. I just want to go play a little golf. So I'm going to just try to play 9 holes, I think, is what my plan is. I know I'm going to do that over the next 2 days, maybe 18 holes, maybe 20. We'll see how it goes. I definitely don't want to injure anything, but I do want to kind of get a little feeling of what it's like to play golf again, because I've had a lot of times in my life where golf was a very special part. And I know that not everybody has it. It's kind of considered to be an elitist game, but I can't help what my roots are. I had an idea a while ago, and I want to try maybe a little bit just to see. Like, the combination of yoga and golf is intriguing to me. I think the combination of both of those in like a warm-up type situation. So I have some ideas. that I want to play with, body willing. So we'll see. When I was playing golf, I did fall in love with the game. I mean, despite all of the whatever you want to say about it, I just think that there's expressions of life. And although it is a game, which, you know, we're supposed to play here, I think there is a lot to what can be gained from golf. And I have betrayed it. I think in my life, golf gave me so much, and then I betrayed it, in my opinion, like of how I assess it. And I don't want to get deep into how I've done that, but I think I have enough time to make amends. And that's why another reason why I want to get back into it, because I think I could give back to golf as much as it's given me. And as long as we don't have any zombies running about and we have a trajectory of people being able to play golf. They did play golf in like almost all of these apocalyptic shows. Somehow they bring golf into it. And golf was a part of the moon thing. There's something about golf. I don't know why. But then also, it's an old game. But there's just something, and it's beautiful generally when you're playing it. And if you really play the ball where it lies, I think is my new intent. Because the reason why they don't play it where it lies is because it's not as enjoyable of a game. But for me, where I'm at in my stage, at least until the arthritis kicks in, I want to try hitting it off hard pan and just playing it wherever it ends up. Because I think that's really the point of the game, is no matter how good you hit it, it sometimes ends up in a really rotten spot. And sometimes you hit a hole in one with a bladed iron, which is what I did actually. I hit a bladed iron into the hole, and I was like, yeah, I'm badass. But it was really kind of a bladed shot that probably would have been in the water if it didn't go in the hole. But I still got to say, and smoke a Jamaican cigar. That was pretty cool. Right after it, I don't think it was Jamaican, but it was like a Caribbean cigar. It sounded cool. Honduras, maybe. That's not Caribbean. Boy, I'm like showing my bad lack of geography. I still got time though, and I think I might have my best game ahead of me yet to come. How about that? We're moving along with this. I was hoping this would be less than 10 minutes, but that's not going to happen. So that rounds out a pretty good life. So I got karaoke. I'm going to do karaoke this Saturday. I've been working on the songs, and I'm looking forward to doing that. And I actually like the guy that does the karaoke, and he wants me to help him because he had a surgery, and we've kind of bonded a little bit. So I think that's going to be a fun evening for me. So that's something to look forward to. And I'm going to practice a little singing. And then I get to play a little golf. I got some painting going on. I've got a job that's secure. I've got a place that I can live in. And I have a cat and a car and a job and enough time to do these stupid videos. You're not supposed to say stuff like that. They're not stupid. Is stupid bad, though? Stupid. I don't know. I'm not going into it. So all I really need now, life is going pretty good, is just a woman to screw it all up. And again, with the negative talk. Or a woman to make it great. How about we just do great, be grateful. And then I did something. I think I sang. Yeah, I did. You ready? For those people that hung in this long. Give a little bit of your love to me. Give a little bit of my love to you. There's so much that we need to share, so send a smile and show you care. There's something about showing me the way back home too, I think. Smiles, that is Supertramp, by the way. I tried to find, there's some of these classic songs that you can't find karaoke versions of. I think that it's what it is they somehow got it locked in and were like, you are not going to do karaoke on this. This is our song. Smiles are contagious. That's what I like about. You can, if a genuine smile works the right way, that's what makes the Tao great. Do great, be grateful. I kept it at 15. That's not horrible. I'm going to keep going. Why not? I'm going into my 2 days off, and I'm really looking forward to enjoying. I have to do some things to square at work. I think that's always important to do, anyways. It's always good to show up on your day off at work every once in a while, or on a routine basis, really, just to touch in. I think if you have the ability to do it, um, it's never a bad idea. That's what I found. The boss generally likes it. And it's not to kiss ass, though. It's just really to touch bases with knowing that you're still committed to that job. I don't know that you have to do it, but I have found that it does help if you pop in on your day off at work and just kind of, even if you're doing something light to help, to show that you're doing, and you really need to anyways. And when you're in customer service, especially in a subcontracted way, you really are self-employed. But when you're self-employed, you're really 7 days a week. You're like, if something needs to happen tomorrow and one of my commissioned sales is on the line, especially if I have an error, I am responsible, I would say, to fix it, or at least make sure that it's not bothering anybody else. I mean, that's kind of your intent. Your whole job is to be self-productive without being a negative. So it's long-winded, but that's why sometimes I think it's good to. And it also shows, I think the big part of it is people want to see, I think it's funny, they call it gas. It's what do you call that, an anagram or an analog or whatever, where it's, but give a shit is, you want people that give a shit involved in your stuff, that give a shit about being self-accountable, I think is the best way to put it, in the business that you're in. And as long as you have that, then, and you have trust, then everything else is fine. You have dependable people that are in place. I think that's the most important thing you can do as an employee, is to show that to your employer. But then there's a lot of other things that are involved in it as well. So everybody's got to do what everybody's got to do in situations and trying to be productive. But again, to take account of my life where it is, I feel pretty good about where I'm at as a person that can bring forth at least positive in situations. And I would think that as long as I'm doing that, I will be able to maintain a productive lifestyle, which is my major intent, and become somebody that can be helpful to other people. That's really what I want. And hopefully these videos do that as well. At 19 minutes, I could probably keep babbling, but let's just stop it at 17:51. Have a great day out there. I hope everybody enjoys themselves. Be great.